can't see your hands, so it's just above.
Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah,
sweet. Should be all right then.
Yeah, but if you talk with your hands, talk with your hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Just be normal. We're recording now, so
Okay.
we're also getting some great.
Oh, good. Look how charming and funny he is.
In Season 3, Survivor Canberra is taking over the world.
16 contestants have agreed to be stranded at Blue Range Hut, deep in the ACT wilderness.
Playing in an Australian game as a Kiwi, I think it could go one of two ways. I could have like the novelty factor of being like the only, well, maybe the only Kiwi. It could be a negative from the fact that I'm like othered or easily voted out for not being Australian.
A tribe of 8 Canberrans will take on a tribe of 8 contestants from all across Australia and New Zealand in the ultimate test of patriotism.
Particularly, I'd also like to take out all the men. I don't like men very much. I think that we're a terrible species. So I would like to work with the women and eliminate the men if possible.
My friends will definitely tell you that I'm very competitive, and I also have a knack of winning the first time I play a game.
I think playing in such a short format, that's going to be my biggest challenge, is just getting in there and, you know, integrating and making people like me straight away, because people don't like me straight away, and I'm fine with that.
I've always anticipated that my game would be seen as villainous, and that's fine. I don't mind that at all. I mean, I'd rather be remembered as a villain than not remembered.
I think I'll be remembered for, you know, as an Italian, stirring the pot.
Just making those connections straight away rather than hanging back, going up to everyone, making sure they know, like, oh yeah, she's a good alliance to have.
They must learn to adapt or they'll be voted out.
I think my mantra is going to be that I do want to go out there and crush some souls.
In the end, one will remain to claim the $200 prize.
If I win the season, it will be because I have made the right moves at the right time.
16 contestants, 2 days, 1 survivor. Come on in.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to Survivor Canberra Season 3, The Torture Chamber.
No, that's not the theme of this year's season.
Oh, I just thought, you know, because we did the Ultimate Sacrifice last year, we had to take it up a notch this year.
No. We're lightening things up this season. And this season we're playing Survivor Canberra versus the world. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing Survivor Canberra versus the world because we're celebrating the world opening up again after a tough couple of years.
Yeah, that's right. So we have 16 new contestants and one of you is about to win the total cash prize of $200 and the title of Sole Survivor.
All right, we actually have a special guest here today. We have Season 2 player Soph, who's going to do the acknowledgement of country for us, and she's going to do it in the traditional Ngunnawal language. So come on in, Soph.
Yuma, hello. Thank you for having me back at Survivor Canberra. It's so wonderful to see everybody. Today, I have the absolute privilege of giving an acknowledgement of country in Ngunnawal. I was taught how to give an acknowledgement of country in Ngunnawal by a traditional custodian of the Ngunnawal Nation. Daura Nuna, Daura Ngunnawal, Yangu Nalamanyan Dunimanyan, Ngunnawal Wari, Daura Wari Dindi, Wangarali Jinmin. This is Ngunnawal country. Today, we are all meeting together on Ngunnawal country. We acknowledge and pay our respects to the elders. Jan Yimaba, thank you for having me here today to give that acknowledgement of country in Ngunnawal, and I hope you all enjoy your Survivor experience as much as I did. Good luck.
Okay, so on my left here in yellow, representing Canberra, we have the Ginninderra tribe. And in Ngunnawal language, Ginninderra means sparkling light. I'm going to throw you these buffs. And you can hand them out amongst yourselves.
Yeah, you can put them on.
And to my right, in black, representing the world, we have the Currawong tribe. And Currawong is a native bird.
Oh, and I'm going to throw these. Hopefully not too hard. Oh, not
Lefty.
hard enough. Even harder. Ah!
Hey!
Hey!
Pop your buff.
All right, so we're going to start with the gentleman on the far right here, on the world tribe, the Currawong tribe. Can you please introduce yourself? What's your name? Where are you from? And what's your occupation?
Hi, I'm John. I'm from Sydney and Carlingford, and there was something in the internet the other day that said, "What is Carlingford?" Pretty boring place. But I'm an account manager and look after some of the big retailers in Australia. Yeah, I'd like to say I'd be trustworthy and dependable, but hey, this is Survivor. If there's 16 people, for example, I'll be pointing the finger at, say 13 or 14 of them and probably lying to them to vote them out.
Over here on the end with the hat and the glasses, what's your name and what do you do? And how do you think the Canberra tribe stacks up against the world?
So my name's Ed. I'm a PE teacher. From Canberra. I think we're a good group here. I think we're going to stack up pretty well. Watch out, the world.
Them's fighting words.
Our fighting words.
I don't mean to brag, but I'm really, really fast. I was threatened by younger teachers at my school, and they were saying that they could beat me in a 100-metre sprint. So at our last athletics carnival, we had a 100-metre sprint, and I smoked them. Okay, it got me my confidence back. It's something I needed going into this game because damn, I'm fast. All right, I've got the video on my phone. I'll show you all later. I'll show everyone. I've showed classes.
I'm Jacinta, but I guess Squin is probably more easier, so you're welcome to use either interchangeably as we play the game. I'm from the Central Coast of New South Wales, so not too far from here. And by day, I'm an occupational therapist in an acute mental health unit, but by night, I'm a podcaster and a basketball commentator. So I like to spread myself out a little bit. And just to throw it in the mix now, I'm here in Survivor Canberra. So, just adding to my skill set, I guess.
Well, we'll see how you go. And I'm going to go with Squin because we love a nickname on Survivor. So thanks, Squin.
Alrighty, and in the blue hat over here in the Canberra tribe, what's your name, what do you do, and tell us what you're most excited about this weekend.
Yeah, so my name's Oscar. I'm a student at the Australian National University, ANU, originally from Melbourne. This weekend I'm most looking forward to playing with these people, seeing what we've got, seeing what we pull out of the bag.
I think the main reason why I will win is because I will take every chance I get in the game. I won't leave anything up to someone else. I think I will be in charge of my own fate.
Now we've got in the black puffer jacket here. Can you introduce yourself, your name, your location and your occupation, and what's your strategy going into this weekend?
Sure. Hi everyone. So my name's Jay. I'm 31. I'm originally from Canberra, but I have travelled the world, so to speak, and here I am on the world tribe. But I actually live in Brisbane at the moment, and I was looking forward to having a really great day, meeting all these beautiful people. And I think my strategy today is, I suppose, just to, really just get to know everyone as best I can, and have a positive outlook on the rest of the day.
I've been told that I am a bit cheeky and mischievous, which I'm not going to argue with that, but I definitely think that our viewers will see that in the game.
Back over here, Canberra, in the black hat, can you tell us who you are and what you do?
So I'm Lauren, or Loz. Most people call me Loz. I'm a police officer. I'm a Queenslander, but I'm a Canberran these days, so I know where I fit into this whole thing, and it's over here. I play a pretty confident femme fatale, a pretty confident villainess. So I think the female villains of the early seasons, your Jerry Manthys, your Parvati's, that's the kind of game I'm probably channeling.
Hi, I'm Bethany. I am from Christchurch, New Zealand, so I think I'm representing the world accurately. I came here just to have a new experience and to get out there a bit. I'm a stay-at-home mum, so generally my life is pretty tame, so I'm always down for some adventure, and this seemed like a good opportunity for that.
So Bethany, you're a Kiwi playing with a bunch of Australians. How do you think that'll factor into your weekend?
Playing as a Kiwi, I hope that will factor in positively and no one holds it against me, and I can rely on my Kiwi charm.
I do have a little bit of a personality trait which makes me stubborn, and if it's something I don't want to do, I have been known to really dig my heels in. Whether that's to my benefit or not, I don't know. It may be the kind of thing where I dig my own grave even a little bit, but we'll see. At least it'll be entertaining, it'll be fine.
Hi, I'm Sabrina, or Sab. Most of my friends call me Sab. I'm a public servant and also a full-time mum. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to really getting stuck in, having some fun, getting to know everybody here, and just making some friends this weekend. I'd like to be remembered for being someone who was positive and fun to be around, but I also want to be remembered for making some creative moves, not necessarily huge moves that are out there, but just some really clever moves at the right time.
So next to Bethany, can you introduce yourself, and how do you think your tribe stacks up next to the Canberra tribe?
So my name's Aiden, I'm from Melbourne. I'm just a boring old student, nothing special. Looking at our tribe, I think we've got a really good group so far. I think we're going to stack up really well against the Canberra tribe, so watch out for us. Good answer, Aiden.
And next to Sab in the hat, can you tell us your name, your occupation, and what your strategy might be for day one?
Sure. I'm Andrew. I'm obviously in Canberra. I'm an economist. I'm 31. Well, no, 32, sorry. Don't put the odd maths questions. Which is concerning when you say you're an economist. But look, the weather, connect to the nature, connect with the people. It's I was worried when they said there could be La Nina. So thankfully none of that, so let's have a good day. If I had a political slogan coming into this game, it would be lead them into the trap and then turn the trap into maximum drillage.
All right, next to Aiden, we've got the gentleman here. Introduce yourself, please. And just let us know, what do you think your main strength is going to be this weekend?
Hi, so my name, not to be confused with Aiden, I'm Eden. Sounds very similar. And I'm also an economist. And I guess, sorry, what was the question? What do I bring to the table?
Yeah, what do you think your main strength will be this weekend?
I'm very good looking, I think.
I think I would like to be remembered as someone who took every risk they could, who didn't hold back, who didn't play quietly, didn't sit under the radar, just went for it and was fun and was really, really attractive.
So I'm Pauline, I'm 30 and I'm from Canberra. And I work in comms. I think we're stepping up to be an incredibly good-looking tribe. Yeah, I think we are going to be great. A lot of Canberra pride here. I'm already feeling it. And yeah, my strategy is to go out and have fun. My face already hurts from smiling so much.
I am generally quite underestimated. I'm quite short and small, and people will physically overlook me, hopefully, and yeah, not see me coming.
So I'm Madison, but please don't call me that, Maddie. I am 27, I'm a primary teacher. I want to push myself and go out of my comfort zone. So on my pre-interview, I said I was afraid of bugs. I'm not really afraid of bugs, but I want to kind of push that boundary and do things I'm afraid of.
I mean, good thing there's no bugs here, right?
I don't know, I just want to push myself. So yeah, anyway.
Okay, back on Canberra next to the pink hat, just who you are, what you do, and I think Canberra's known for being a bit of a tight-knit community, and do you think that's going to play into this weekend at all?
I'm Todd, I'm 34, I'm a primary school teacher as well.
what I'm really interested in is Canberra is a tight-knit community, but there is a bit of a north-south divide in Canberra. So I think we might need to find out where people sit on that as we bond as a tribe.
Interesting.
Yeah, north side forever.
South side, thank you.
Oh, well, I need a new host, co-host. Now I've got the last member of the World Tribe here. So can you introduce yourself? And how do you think, I mean, on that same theme, how do you think everyone on your tribe coming from different places will factor into your tribe unity?
Hi everyone, my name is Anthea. I'm a public health researcher and I live in Mossvale. So I'm from the world, but I'm just down the road. I think, you know, we've got a lot of global experience, a lot of worldly experience. I think that'll really help us.
It's a big thing for me, an introverted person, to go and just like meet a bunch of randos and do this, you know, intense thing. Like, I'm really nervous about that, but I'm pumped to put myself out there and do it.
Hi, I'm Amy. I'm a lifestyle journalist from Canberra via Perth, but Canberra's not home. And I have to say, I'm most excited about just doing something different and meeting some fellow Canberrans who are obviously a whole lot better than the world.
Well, there's already a lot of banter going on.
Yeah, we like to end it with a little bit of banter. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so lovely to meet you all. We are going to send you out to your camps, but we've got some welcome scrolls for you. So can one person from each tribe come and grab one each, please? Anyone? Anyone really come?
You get the next one.
This is not a hard task, I promise. All right, and then you can go back to your lineups. Thanks. So we'll get Squin and Loz to read these out to your whole tribe out loud when you get back to camp, Loz.
And we will see you shortly for your first challenge. And as we always say in Survivor, game on, moles!
Wait, no, that's wrong now. That's not what we say in Survivor.
I don't know. Head on out?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, head on out.
Feeling really good. I'm so excited. I'm shaking with nerves. But yeah, just so happy to be out here and can't believe it's already kicked off.
I'm not a feng shui expert or anything like that.
No, neither.
Yeah. Meeting everyone was really exciting. So meeting the host was really fun. They, I've been able to see them in all the promos and stuff like that. So it's kind of putting a name to a face, which is good fun as well.
That's good.
Oh, that was
I like
great
that.
there.
Yay.
Sparkling light over there.
Home away from home.
I have to deal with meeting strangers in big and small groups all the time and be able to communicate with them effectively with my job. So I'm hoping that will just kick into gear.
Welcome to Survivor Canberra Season 3, Canberra versus the World. This will be your new home for the weekend and there are supplies in the bucket. Well, the world is your oyster. Explore your surroundings and see what you can find. The game has already started. Who will outwit, outplay and outlast the rest?
We think that there's a few different clues in our scroll that we got given, but it's just trying to decipher them, I guess, or decipher them correctly, because I think we think we know where the clues are.
All right.
Okay.
Do we think that's a clue
for like us as a tribe?
And that's a bucket.
Or is there like an immunity idol kind of thing somewhere?
Individual type clue.
You know, obviously we read our clue, and I have, well, our note, and I have that. Their paragraph says, well, the world is your oyster. Explore your surroundings and see what you can find. And see is spelled like the sea, not as in S-E-E.
Sport time?
I think we started with sport. And the well was up there.
Loz read out the tribe clue straight away when we got back to camp, and straight away, well, ding, ding, ding. Figured out that we all figured out pretty fast that it might have something to do with the well. So 3 of us, Loz, myself, and what's her name, Pauline. We all went up to the well and had a quick look. We looked in the top.
Maybe we could lay this out with your sit and we want to take it down. Yeah.
Nothing there.
No, I can't open that.
And the girls opened up the well and nothing in the water.
That's water. That's good. We need that.
Then everyone kind of moved away. But yeah, I kind of circled back, looked under the table, picked up the clue, found it. I don't have it on me. It's in my bag, so I got to try and sneak away at some point and try to read it.
I did notice Sabrina at one point find something under the table and no one else noticed that she found it too. So I'm thinking that she's got immunity. So I think what I might try and do is make sure she's on my side.
Yeah, I think we'll do well.
Yeah. It's like a good dynamic. Yeah, look at it. We're ready to... Was there a balance beam something back there? Maybe.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Did anyone else see that? Or was it just me? I think the one that stands out is Ed at the moment. He's big personality, big guy. I'm getting the feeling he's happy-go-lucky, but he might be. He's a teacher, so there might be a bit more behind that. But I'm keen to maybe link up with him.
Nothing. I found some nice little spots to sit and think about life. But apart from that, I haven't found anything.
We're going on modern day Aristotle here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just there pondering the big questions.
Such as Ed.
Who do I vote out?
I get a pretty good vibe from Ed. We're both teachers, so we connected over that, and we both want to do really well at challenges as well, so we've kind of made a very early alliance to stick together, so we'll see how that goes.
Advice I got was like never tie up a young boy's shoelaces because they've just like peed all over them. Man, that's good advice.
So Ed in our tribe is he is a bit of a jokester. I reckon he's here for the experience and the challenges. I reckon we can push him into that leadership role. No one really wants to be in the leadership role, but we got him carrying the flag at the start, and I reckon we can keep him doing those kinds of small things, and he won't necessarily notice that he's being pushed into that.
That will be a moot question when we win.
Yeah, we've decided that we're just not going to lose a single challenge, so it wouldn't be a problem anyway, right? We're fine. Well, really, I just feel naive at the moment because I don't really know much about the Survivor at all. I've barely watched the actual TV show or anything like that, so I feel way out of my depth. I'm not sure how the other teammates are. I don't know what the other players are. I do know for sure that when I eventually get voted out, I will be really hurt by it. I don't think I'm emotionally prepared for it. But otherwise, no, I'm just happy to be here. We'll learn as we go. We'll just see what happens.
Okay, so I think the clue is the third paragraph. So well.
Well, as in like
The
well.
well. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
The world is your oyster. So oyster being another
water
water
Yeah.
reference.
Unless it's like a
Something
shell
in
thing.
case.
Explore your surroundings, and see, spelled S-E-A. See what you can find.
Lauren received a note, and she read it out, which sounded like there was a clue to something. It talked about sea buckets and oysters. I don't really know because Lauren kind of held that note quite closely. So she seemed to be a woman on a mission, so I'm not sure if there was something more that she's not sharing with the tribe, and she wouldn't share that note with others. And she kind of held it very tightly. And I mean, did anyone actually verify the reading of the note?
I didn't know.
I had to
didn't
ask to have a look at it.
You did? We're playing checkers, you're playing chess.
I crouched down because I wanted to have a little rest. And then when I was crouching down, I saw from the back of the note, it had like symbols or something.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was just the angle I'm from, and if you were reading over a shoulder, I don't know if you saw anything.
Was it this on the back of the parchment?
It looked like the back, but because there was light, it could have also just been on the front shining through, right?
Is there a chance that it could have been that?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm saying, did anyone actually see the note?
I think Loz stood out just before looking for the clue, and I know Andrew is also suspicious of her, which is good because I felt the same thing. So I think we'll see how that goes, but I think she's standing out, which is a good thing, hopefully. But she seems like a really good player, so I'm a bit intimidated.
Yeah, she was hanging out because I was sort of like, how was there anything highlighted, sort of like waiting for her to like open and show, and she would, yeah.
I mean, I didn't even click that C was like SEA until like.
But I mean, this is the problem, right? We're taking her word for it until we can actually verify.
And we're meant to be a team at the moment, but was that an individual clue, and we've now missed out on something?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And did you notice when we all broke her, she was like a woman on a mission.
Loz, for example, I think she'd be a really strong asset as a teammate and to have someone on your side. But at the moment, I'm just not sure if I can trust her yet. So I think at the moment we have to feel out the group, find out if we can trust her. But it's Survivor, you can never trust anyone, can you? So yeah, I might, if I had to vote someone out right now, I think it might be Loz.
Yeah. Should we have another go at this damn note?
Yeah.
I think,
No, you're right.
we are getting fixed.
Oh.
Oh, it's beautiful.
She's one to keep an eye on, I think. I reckon she's going to be playing a really smart game. She seems really, really switched on. So I think she might be a big threat from within the team.
Well. Like, that's the water well.
Yeah.
Well. The world is your oyster. Explore your surroundings.
But like Loz and I
See
went to the water well
what you
like
can find.
pretty much straight up, and there was nothing there.
As the day progresses, I'll start to get a better feel for who everyone is. Everyone seems really nice. We'll see how they go as the day progresses and how we go in challenges, and whether being outdoors and not winning and things like that starts to rub some of the niceness off people. Maybe underneath the jug.
And I think what's important at this stage is we have to remember this is Canberra Survivor.
This is our turn.
This is our home. We do not let these invaders just come in. We saw the sky well.
We all seem really friendly, and the fact that we're all from Canberra and we all have that connection already certainly helps, because we're already on we all have something in common. I like us. I think we're a really great bunch, and I think we're all kind of here for the quote-unquote right reasons, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're all from Canberra means we already have even sort of something to connect with people on.
I really like my tribe. I think there's a really good vibe at the moment. I think we seem to be getting along.
I mean, is there any other meaning for a bucket?
Bucket hat?
Bucket hats? Oh! Lift your hats up!
I feel like I've bonded with Pauline immediately purely because we're wearing the same hat. Hers is just pink and mine's blue. It's like two sides of the same gender reveal, like I swear.
I was just wondering if it was like a map, but it just looks like a map.
No, it's just a bloody pattern.
Or it could be like one of those dance games. Yeah.
And then also with Andrew, I feel like we got along. He seems like, the same sort of player. I'm glad he's already sus on people. I actually think, I think I want to start an alliance with him.
Was it recent traders or something?
I
applied for that.
Oh, did you?
Randomly.
One of my friends applied for it too, and he was really cut that he didn't get it.
I would really love to play really well, and just to see, because I've always thought I would be great at Survivor, so I want to test that theory and really go for gold.
Does she live in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought she was from.
No.
Wow.
No, because like I'm from Melbourne originally as well. Like I've lived here for 12 years.
I was worried that people might have been a little bit just, oh cool, let's just come and camp for the weekend, and not really be engrossed in the game itself, but they seem to actually want to compete.
So I think people like that you automatically have to worry about, right? Someone that's willing to travel all the way from New Zealand, someone that's travelling from Melbourne, someone that's travelling from... Did anyone say they're from Brisbane or Perth?
Yeah. A couple of them, I think maybe his name was Andrew. Already he's talking about strategy and the fact that the World Tribe are going to be so much more competitive because they've actually travelled to be here.
This is Canberra Survival. We want Canberra to win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, these Johnny-come-lately, out-of-town carpetbaggers.
Strong words.
Let's be clear, we will decide.
Well, I've got some Canberra pride, so I feel really great that I get to represent Canberra. When I was a young boy, I wanted to play for the Brumbies and all that sort of stuff as well. So, you know, it's it's fun to be able to represent Canberra in some form.
Mustard is great.
So yeah, hopefully, I don't think we're going to have to go to a tribal council. I think we'll probably win the first challenge. Yeah.
Survivor Canberra Season 3. Oh my gosh, it's finally here. Third season. It's just a beautiful day in Canberra. I can't wait to be more involved and learn about the tribe, learn sort of who everyone is, I suppose what their strategies are, and also figure out sort of how I'm actually going to play this game.
Welcome to Survivor Canberra Season 3, Canberra versus the World. This will be your new home for the... Applause for applause.
So we just got here, we've finally split up into our two tribes and we've each gotten a scroll. And now in our scroll it mentions the words bucket and it has the phrase well, 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 and then something about what you can see, but see is spelled S-E-A. So I don't know if I'm like over-analysing it, but I feel like it's leading us to perhaps some kind of body of water.
This will be your new home for the weekend and there are supplies in the bucket.
Just over there, I think.
Oh,
adventure.
Well, 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 the world is your oyster. Explore your surroundings and see what you can find. And see is spelled S-E-A, if that's a clue. Keep that in mind. The game has already started. Who will outwit, outplay, and outlast the rest? Ooh. That's it.
Should we go check out the
bucket?
Yeah.
It had a clue to the sea. So obviously we are landlocked where we are. There's no sea, but there are a lot of creeks and running water around. So I definitely think that is an important clue.
Your surroundings and see what you can find. I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into that,
What did you say? S-E-A?
Yeah, it's S-E-A. It's in like body of water things that are looking sea.
So far I like my tribe. We've got a pretty good mix of people, I think. You know, John's sort of taken on maybe a small bit of a leader role. The best thing to do might be to go try and get to the creek because that's the only area we don't seem to have searched.
I think
Yeah.
this point.
Just everything's sinking into water.
Okay,
so
we
do we confidently know how to get there?
Well, we know where the creek is.
Yeah.
It's a matter of getting through the slush in between.
All right.
I can't see any strategizing yet, but I've already had a chat. I'm already making eye contact.
Oh, there's some thorns in there, so just be careful of that.
Prince, this game's going on very, very quickly.
Do you think?
I think so. I like your introduction.
Oh, good.
Let's see if we can work together.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Oh, you're right.
Sort of the people who are most social, I think, are going to be the people that everyone turns to when it comes time for a vote. And I want to make sure that I'm in good with those people because they're probably going to have the power to decide who stays and who goes. So it's important for me to be in their good book, really.
I was like 9 years old and we went to a friend's house for a barbecue and their older brother started calling me just Squinter. And then it just got shortened from there, so I stuck with it from there. But you can use, there's lots of variations, so you know, go wild.
I think I would like to work with, I think it's Squibs. I'm going to say it's Squibs.
Squid?
Oh God, what's her name?
Was Squiz.
Sian.
Oh, so I think maybe like because it's C as in CEA, it could be in the water container. Let's have a wee look. Let's have a look.
I think the clue that was read out in our welcome note could lead to potentially a hidden immunity idol. And I think there's a few people that already have that thought in mind, and
they're sort of keen to explore and find that for their own advantage.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Keep quiet, guys. Okay, so what have we got? Just be discreet because there's people around. Yeah, come over here.
I was with Madison, Ebbs and Eden also, and we found a clue to an advantage underneath the water.
This is so exciting. So, complete the following task and win yourself an advantage in this game. At your next tribal council, you must say the phrase, "What in the world?" 5 times.
I have to say,
Yeah.
what in the world? What in the world?
I mean,
What in the world?
It's easy.
Couple for you.
We can
Okay.
Spring it.
If you don't complete the task, the advantage will be re-hidden without any conditions to win it. Without any conditions to win it. Good luck. So, I have to say, "What in the world?" 5 times.
Yeah.
What if we say, like, we've come up with a tribe?
I love it.
I
I love that you're watching too.
Yes.
So it's like,
And,
and you did go to look in the water thing. Like we were right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
But yeah, I like us together.
Okay. I like it. Eden saw us and came right over and said, "Let's make a. This is a good vibe." So I think it's a good vibe with Maddie, Eden, Bethany, and me. So we might try and get one more person, maybe Jay.
I just can't forget, like in the heat of it.
Maybe if they
remind me.
Yeah, and if they say like,
Give it a try.
how was your starting moments, and kept saying like, we were looking for this bucket, and we were just like, what in the world? What in the world? Where
Great.
could this thing be?
Love it.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm having the time of my life. Like it's exciting. When I signed my waiver this morning, I realised it's the 26th of November. So exactly 1 year ago today, I was starting chemotherapy. So I'm just like so pumped that exactly 1 year later, I'm out doing this, having the time of my life. Like I couldn't be happier.
You can do it.
I think I can do it.
I believe in you.
I think I can do it. I'll just act like bamboozled.
Yeah.
Maybe with the clue, like what are we gonna do? Like how?
I think we're gonna help Anthea like find it and stuff, and we really want to work together.
Yeah, I think we need to like just be very careful and like cover it up, like you said, and just call out random things, but like make sure she's doing it. Like, what if it's not 5 times in a row? Like, so it was Bethany, myself, Eden, and Ads. So we're trying to like make a little thing, like a little alliance. So that seems to be working really well. But I am nervous of what Abs might do on her own.
How does it work?
I have no idea.
You just press it.
Do you think maybe there could be another note under here? Like, I didn't see her check.
I saw it just before.
Yeah.
I didn't pick it up because I didn't want to. But I think it's just one note under here. You can check if you like.
I think we should. And then we need to like get up there because we don't want them to like...
No.
I don't know what the advantage might be, whether it's something like individual or something for like our tribe.
Is that enough for now? Yeah. I'm gonna do one more check. No, there is definitely nothing there.
There is nothing there.
Okay. Damn it, I'm really annoyed that I said it so loud.
And I also suspect that the logo on the top of our flag might be detachable. But I couldn't get it off discreetly without anyone seeing. So I'm going to have to try and do that later.
Oh. Okay, you right, guys?
Good.
Yeah.
It could be something I might need to share in order to get it discreetly, and also maybe use that to build like a relationship with someone.
You want help with that? You good?
Nah, I'm good, right? Alright.
Okay. It is very awkward to carry.
Come on in.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Maddie, how did you go at camp? Tell us what happened when you got back to camp.
Oh, we had some great team bonding. Like, I feel like we are ready for this. We searched high and low to see our campground. We started chatting. We know like what our strengths are, so we're ready to rumble, really. So
Wow. Okay, and Andrew, how did the Ginninderra tribe go back at camp for your first sort of tribal get-together?
I think it was a great group of people. We did the usual introductions, talked about what we do, and I think what came out of that was we're a very diverse group of people, different sets of backgrounds, different sets of skills, and I think that's all going to help us together as one tribe. And I mean, at the end of the day, this is called Canberra Survivor. During COVID, we also saw Canberrans. So I think it's either Canberra or Canberran Survivor. So I think that speaks for itself.
Okay, sounds like a cohesive bunch there. We'll see how you go.
See how we go. So, welcome to your first challenge. Are you ready to see what you're playing for today?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you are playing for tribal immunity. So this is what you covet. With it, you're safe from tribal council. No one going home.
In case you can't see,
In case you can't see, we'll hold it up.
Wow.
Without it, you've got a date with tribal council, and the first person will be voted out of Survivor Canberra versus the world. You are also playing for your first reward. So, good way to start the day. We've got tea and coffee, just to start the day, right, I think. All right.
I'm just going to cover it because it's hot.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, well, let's get to our first immunity challenge.
In this challenge, one player from each tribe must run out to a balance beam and untie a rope to release a grappling hook. 5 players must then, one by one, retrieve bags of letter tiles with the grappling hook. Once all 5 bags have been retrieved, the final 2 players must use the letter tile to solve a word puzzle. The first tribe to solve the word puzzle, creating the phrase, "The world is ours," will win immunity and be safe from the vote. The losing tribe has a date with Livindana Tribal Council and will vote the first person out of their tribe.
Okay, for your first challenge in Survivor Canberra, survivors ready? Go! All right, and they're both off to a pretty good start here. Getting to the planks pretty evenly.
John, you need to be on the plank.
John!
On it.
There.
Yep.
Both feet.
Both feet up.
Yep. No feet to touch the ground. That's it. Okay, doing pretty well here. Both pretty even. Looks like Loz is doing a pretty good job getting that rope untangled. She's doing a good job. John's still struggling with his rope there. It's
So much
tied
encouragement.
quite tightly.
Love it.
Loz has fantastic balance. They're pretty much neck and neck here at this point. John, just make sure your feet are both off the ground. You've got to be on the plank. That's it. John's just pulling ahead. John's about to pull ahead here. Lawrence, keep it up, Loz. Okay, and John's got his rope off. Down he goes. Keep going, Loz. You're not far to go. It's a very tangled rope. He's almost done there. He's got impeccable balance.
All right, Queen gets her first bag back. All right, you need to swap out.
Okay, and Loz is untied. Okay, and he's got his first. Looks like he's almost got his first bag.
Second bag.
Second bag.
Carawan,
Okay.
yep.
Alright, and it's grappling for. Oh, he's lost his rope. That'll happen. Okay, it's harder than it looks. Okay, Ed's got a bit of a swing on there. It's a bit of a, and their first bag for the Ginninderra tribe. So 4 bags left for Ginninderra. Jay's just almost hooked another bag. Okay, Ginninderra, we're neck and neck now. Very good encouragement coming from the World Tribe. Okay, here's Oscar trying for Ginninderra. See how he goes. Ooh, very close. And Jay's got the 3rd bag for the World Tribe. 2 bags left for the World. Ginninderra still on 3 bags. Got to stay behind that orange line. Ooh, Maddie's still trying to work out how to get that hook on. Oh! Ginninderra still with 3 bags, the Welsh Tribe with 2. Oh, Oscar's having a bit of trouble there. Perfect. The World Tribe seem to be working well together. That's their 4th bag. The World Tribe have 1 bag left.
It is the furthest bag away, Liv, so not easy.
Yeah, not easy at all. Oscar has just got another bag for Ginninderra. Ginninderra have 2 bags left. And Andrew's just hooked another bag for Ginninderra. We are
Andrew,
1 bag at a time,
1 bag per
Andrew.
person, Andrew. Not easy. Andrew's got his bag back. Sabrina's
Okay, we are neck and neck now. 1 bag each. And Ed is now commentating.
Can't get it. Yep.
Okay, that's Ginninderra. They've got their final bag.
All right, Ginninderra behind the orange line, please.
Okay, the World Tribe falling a little bit behind here, but definitely still in it. 1 more bag. Ginninderra Tribe have started on their puzzle. Oh, well done. And they've hooked their final bag. Okay, the World Tribe, start on your puzzle.
All right, once you think you've got it, put your hand up and we'll check the puzzle.
Okay, the Ginninderra Tribe's got their hand up.
They've got their hand up.
World Tribe, stop there.
Ginninderra, win! All right, Ginninderra, what a comeback. Congratulations. Pauline, what was the phrase? Well, the world is certainly yours at the moment. No tribal council for you, no one going home, so congratulations. Come and get your immunity, come and get your reward. All right. Take reward.
I feel like you got the real prize. Congratulations.
All right, Currawong Tribe, unfortunately, one of you will be the first person voted out of Survivor Canberra versus the World. So we'll see you at Tribal Council very soon. Everyone can head on out.
So do we need to debrief? I think we do.
Yeah, so we got off to a decent start with John in the immunity challenge. He did well on the knots, and then we saw the slowdown on the grappling section. I think Jay struggled at one point, I struggled with my part, and I guess because of that, I definitely could be a target for this vote, unfortunately.
John, on the knots, can I just say? Yeah,
amazing.
Well done. Give a clap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. So everyone did good.
Interesting how that came up.
Yeah.
I know, I can do knots. I was like, oh, I'm not volunteering for anything else.
It obviously isn't a great look when we did sort of get blown out a little bit in the puzzle at the end, but I stood up for the team. I took a chance, I took a risk, and hopefully people will respect that. And hopefully also I've made enough social connections with the tribe. I've tried to have a conversation with everyone at least once, so hopefully that will keep me safe.
I don't think it's anything to be disappointed about.
So no one here should be disappointed with their effort.
No, you did a good effort.
Everyone put in a full effort and good job.
Yeah. I mean, at grappling, it's just like dumb luck whether it falls like that or like that.
Yeah, and then
Someone has to lose, someone has to
win. Yeah, we can recover.
Yeah.
We can recover.
We didn't want to do our
Kakar,
but oh well, we'll save it. Put it in there.
We'll get challenged to our strengths next, and then we're going to really shine then. So.
Yeah.
We lost. I don't think there's anyone to blame. I think we all tried our hardest. What's preoccupying my mind is just before we left for the challenge, Bethany nudged me and said, "Grab this thing off the tribe flag." So I have this. Now, there was no note, there was no nothing. So unless she found a note and thought that was the idol, it might just be a decoration, but I could have an immunity idol. And by the way, is that an idol? I have a sign. I'll show it to you if we get alone. It doesn't have anything on it, but it's ours.
I think it's implied though that it's something.
Okay. Or you can help Antia get the advantage.
Yeah.
This is both of ours. You told me to get it. This is a shared idol, but it's not. It's mine. All mine. I want it for me.
Yeah, we've had a few names there thrown around, but
We are a close-knit tribe as much as can be after a short time. I feel I can make connections, or I have made connections with most of the group. There's probably one guy who I haven't really touched base with yet.
who are you thinking?
I'm thinking I feel I've made a good connection with most people. I just haven't had a connection with Eden yet.
Okay.
That's not to say I can't. I love to.
Yeah.
Mind if I duck in at all?
Yeah,
No,
duck in.
Yeah, I'm thinking Eden. Do I have a phase 2?
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, I think
So-
we'll talk to you.
Same. Walking back from the challenge, he came in beside me and said, "So, happens pretty quickly. What do you think?"
He has been asking everybody that.
Has he?
Yes, because we just had a conversation. It was 4 of us. So I'm like, are you concerned? Are you throwing out names because you're trying to defer from yourself? Well, I have heard that they want to get rid of Eden, but we kind of formed an alliance with Eden, Abs and Bethany ourselves. We've kind of created an alliance, so we're trying to... Jay's being very sneaky. He's like going around asking everyone, who are you thinking, because I think he knows he hasn't really made an alliance yet. So we did kind of throw the name out of Jay.
I mean, obviously, me and him would probably want to struggle the most.
I don't think it's a factor though, because it was like
it's a grappling challenge.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about that, mate.
It's very
Yeah,
it's a unique skill, and not everyone's going to have that.
Obviously,
so I
though,
wouldn't worry
from my point of view, it's the first thing I think about. You don't do a great job in the challenge.
Yeah.
You think maybe it's a risk.
No, we haven't all worked on the Manly Ferry throwing.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So look, hopefully, I mean, Jay, if that's a name we want to do, I'm fairly comfortable with that.
Are you comfortable with that?
I'm okay
Or
with
would you
that.
prefer the other name?
No, I'm okay with that.
Jay also struggled on the challenge, which means if the vote is going to come down the challenge performance, he did pretty much as poorly as me and on an easier part of the challenge. So hopefully that combined with me being a bit of a social player could keep me safe over him. Jay for now is. I think
Jay for now.
we okay with that, just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
And what are we telling Jay? Eden. Tell Jay Eden?
Sure.
Tell Eden Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've only asked so far. I haven't thrown any sort of ideas out, but I've heard Eden. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Already. So
Really? I know that people have been talking about voting Eden out, but I don't know how I feel about that.
Are you thinking about it? Okay. Like you...
about voting that way. Well, I think at the moment,
we could swing it that way.
Yeah, if the numbers are going that way, then I think it's a sensible first decision. Like for me personally.
I think it was just a really hard challenge to be able to measure everyone's qualities of a team player and what they're going to be able to bring later, because some people didn't actually get a chance to showcase what they can bring. Going with my head, strategizing, no personal kind of stuff. My gut tells me Beth.
Really?
Yeah. Someone like Beth, I feel like, she was very easy to say what she can do, and then when it came time to step up, she was like, oh no, I can't do that, I can't run.
I was just going to say, I can't run.
Oh, I'm not that good at puzzles, like I said before. And I'm like, well, you did say 15 minutes ago you're good at puzzles, and now you're presented with a puzzle. And I'm trying to think of what values everyone has in a sense of what they're going to bring to the team in the long term. I'm looking at long-term potential of this skill set that's going to be needed for our team to go further.
Yeah.
and I don't know a lot about her skill set yet, to be fair, but that's just what my gut says.
Okay.
My current thoughts is I'd like to work with Bethany. I know that Bethany, Maddie and Anthea found an advantage. I'd like to keep that together because I know where it is, and I'd like to work with those girls. I do think Beth does have good puzzle skills, and that I don't care about challenge strength. Send me to 100 tribals. It doesn't matter to me. I'd rather a tribe I can trust.
But Jay hasn't even tried to talk to many of us, and all he keeps doing is going around and saying, who are you voting for? Who are you voting for? Like, are you nervous that we're voting for you? Like, I just think, do you know what I mean?
There's a thought to Jay.
Look, it's always scary being first to tribal. Like, I don't want to be the first person out, and I'm going to work my ass off to make sure that that's not the case, because I didn't come all this way just to finish now. So I'm going to get to work and make sure it's not me.
I think we need to go Jay.
I think we need to go Aiden. I'm getting nothing from him.
Okay.
I think we can work with Jay.
Do you think we could like leave him and get him out later?
Yeah, I think so. I think we can work with Eden. I don't think us two want to.
I think you, me, and Abs and him are a great alliance.
Yeah.
So I think we need to. Do we want to agree on Aiden?
Yeah, and bring Jay in,
and then we can get Jay out later in like a second one or something.
Yeah. I am probably going to work on Aiden as the name, and see what I can do there. I think I've got a good bond with Maddie and Abs, and I think Eden and Jay as well. Has anyone said my name?
No. I think Squeeze for a second was like, maybe Bethany, and everyone else was like, shut up, man. I would be happy to do it because Aiden looked at the flag and was like to me, where's the thing?
Yeah.
As for who I'm targeting, I think Aiden on the way to the challenge told me, there's something missing from the top of the flag. And I was like, he's like, don't worry, I don't blame you. I don't think he thinks it's an idol or that I took it, but in case he did, I think he's going to be my first target if I can rally the numbers. I feel like Bethany might be on board for that, and maybe we could get Maddie and Anthea. As far as his names, have you heard anything?
I have. I've heard Aiden and I've heard you. Jay is the first person that said a name, so I might tell Eden that Jay is putting him under the bus. So I'll maybe go for Jay.
Who said me?
Jay.
Okay, I've heard Jay, and I've heard everyone else seems to have said Jay. I've also heard Aiden.
I've heard Aiden.
From Bethany?
Yes. I feel like Bethany's a really smart player. She knows her stuff. She took something off the flag. I was like, where's that blue thing that was on the flag? She's like, don't worry, I've got it. Don't worry, I've got it. So I'm feeling good about her, but she's smart and she knows her stuff.
Yeah, they asked the question.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try. If you haven't gotten it yet, I don't know, I can scream and pretend there's a bug or something.
Yes.
And like, you can be like,
yeah, okay. I'm worried that I've got this advantage and people know about it, so I've just got to talk to people and make them feel good about me, make them feel good about us working together, and that this advantage can help us collectively move forward.
Me, you, her, and Maddie.
Yeah, I hope that's a thing. Because
I would love that to be a thing.
Yeah, I want to keep... Yeah, I definitely would prefer to go Aiden.
I think Aiden's a shrewder player. I think Aiden's a shrewder player than Jay, even if Jay's been.
I think he's been working.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, for your sake I would go with Jay.
Okay.
I'm pretty nervous about going to tribal. It's a big deal, and I've got to say this stupid phrase. Luckily, it's a reasonable phrase. It's not goats on AstroTurf or anything dumb like that. I just have to say what in the world, so I just have to get that out. So help me get this advantage.
I'll help you get there, 100%.
And then you can use it.
Yeah, it's pretty much everyone's sort of happy with Jay. That's
Yeah.
sort of a comfortable choice for people.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay. It's okay with me. So you two are happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, I think so.
Right now it's just anyone who's willing to work with me after that challenge performance. So hopefully John's won, Squin, Maddie, Eden, lots of people were really encouraging despite what happened. And so hopefully that gives me some confidence that I can find a way forward from here.
There's a consensus coming around about Jay, and I'm happy to run with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'd put Eden on my number 2 then.
Yeah, I think Eden and Maddie, they seem close-ish.
Yeah, okay.
I think they're close-ish.
Yeah.
Something to look out for, but I think
Well,
that's fine.
before I got to say Eden to too many other people, I'd said Eden to Jay,
Okay.
So Jay now thinks it's Eden.
Yep.
Oh, now you mention it, no one started talking about whose names have been out there until Jay brought it up before,
Yeah.
and he said Eden.
But I would still like to work with John because John seems super smart, and Aiden as well. Aiden's really quiet, but I think he has a lot to offer because I think he's more of a strategy kind of guy. I think he's done a lot of research, and he was really down when we lost. So I think I'd still like to work with those two.
How do you feel about the three of us right now?
In terms of being vulnerable, or?
Well, in terms of just working together.
I'm going to say comfortable.
I feel like that's
I
a good
feel very
thing. And we'd be 3 out of 7 next vote, so we only need one more, and then we're sort of in a good
You know,
position.
Before we spoke, I thought this looks like a bloke I could work with.
exactly.
And then I bumped into you and I heard your story. I thought, I love that. That's great. I
Need a
can
few more
work with you.
podcasts in our lives.
You know?
Sure.
So at the moment, there's definitely some alliances being formed. I haven't actually formed any myself yet. I've had a few people approach me, like Bethany, and had a few non-verbal communications with Maddie as well. I think probably keep Eden for now.
Okay, and go Aiden.
And go Aiden.
So 1, 2, 3, Aiden. I just don't think I'm going to get enough people to do Jay, so I'm going to have to go with Aiden, and he's going to feel it's because of the challenge, and I feel really bad. I don't want to vote Aiden out. I think he'll be really useful. But then we could potentially get Jay out in the next lot, but we'll just see.
When you sort of start on, like tea and biscuits and you're like having a good laugh, and then when it gets down to it, it's like, cool.
I think at this stage, everyone is vulnerable.
Jay.
If I was the first one voted out, it would be pretty devastating, to be honest. Obviously, everyone on the World Tribe's come a long way to be here. No one wants to be the first one out, someone has to be now. And I'm no more deserving or no less deserving of that happening to me than anyone else. So hopefully though, there's more than just a challenge in Survivor. I am a trustworthy person, I'm a loyal person, and hopefully people will see that and want to keep me around, and hopefully they just like me enough to keep me over someone else.
Come on in.
Currawong tribe, grab a torch.
Take a
Grabbing a
seat.
torch because in this game, fire represents your life. Once your fire is out, so are you. All right.
Hey.
All right. Welcome, Currawong tribe, your first tribal council. I know it's not a great place to be,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
commiserations.
Sorry. John, tell us about losing that challenge. What was going through your mind? Explain what happened.
Everyone put in a solid effort, 100% effort, so there's no targets on anybody. So I guess we were surprised at how quickly the other team got the words. But look, how do we feel? Not good. We're a good bunch. I mean, everyone likes each other, and no one wants to lose the first challenge. And collectively, I have 8 people sitting here who no one wants to be the first one voted out.
So Jay, was it a bit of a scramble back at Tribe? Was there a lot of anxiety? I mean, John's saying, no one wants to be the first person voted out, and we all kind of, we all know that. So yeah, what was it like back at camp?
Yeah, I think before going into the challenge, we agreed that we'd do our best to support each other through the challenge, and that extended back to camp as well. So I think our morale is still pretty high. I think we're, as John was saying, a good bunch of people. It's a tricky situation to be in so early on, but I think it's very supportive still. It's good.
Yeah, and Anthea, you've only really known each other for what, like an hour and a half now. How do you figure out who's going to be the first boot of Survivor Canberra versus the world when you don't have much to go off?
I know, it's like, what in the world do we do here? We've had like 2 minutes to sort of try and form bonds and try and form alliances, so I'm just
Ow! Sorry.
What in the world?
An ant. Oh my god. Sorry, an ant bit me.
Oh no! Oh my god.
Are you okay, Eden, up there?
Yeah.
So like, what in the world? All this stuff keeps happening. It's full on. So it's really hard to like figure out, where who's been speaking to what. We just haven't had enough time, and with that, with that puzzle, like I was like, what in the world? I don't even have a chance to even get our bags open. It was all over.
So, Maddie, losing that first challenge, like, does it cause any kind of, you've all given a bit, like Jay and John have given a bit of a kumbaya kind of story here, but is that true? Like, is there, does losing that first challenge cause some divisions in the tribe, or?
It can, and I think that, you know, a lot of us are social players, I feel, at the moment, so we are floating around and we are talking to a lot of people. So I wouldn't say there is alliances that are really strong at the moment. And yeah, it is hard to be really pumped up and keep going, but I don't think it's fair that you blame one person. Like, we are a team, and so we've just got to take it on the chin and be better next time.
So, Bethany, do you feel like there are alliances starting to form this early? I know there's, you know, a little bit of division, but, you know, are there alliances being formed that will go further into game, do you think?
Yeah, I think there's definitely people that, you know, speaking more with each other, and people that are sort of walking together to go and approach other groups of people. And it's just a matter of observing that and see where everyone's going, what they're doing, who they're talking to, and just keeping your eyes peeled.
Yeah, so that's a good point, isn't it, Squin? You have to have your eyes sort of facing a lot of places. Have you been keeping an eye on like who's walking off where, who's walking on with who?
Yeah, look, my eyes and ears are always open. I am naturally someone who will take a while to assess and analyse everything, whether it's just in a game situation or competition situation like this or in any other setting. I'm someone who kind of looks back, waits till everyone presents what they have to me first, and then I'm able to make my own decision. So I'm always, without sounding super creepy, I'm always watching and listening, but I'm always trying to be aware of, because the game changes so quickly. The game here is very quick and very short. So the game's going to change quickly, so dynamics are going to change quickly. So I definitely need to keep an eye on how the team shifts with each challenge, I think.
And just going back to you, Squin, do you think there are any leaders in this tribe at the moment?
I think there are.
And who are they? Can I, if you want to call them out, please? If you will.
Just throw in the deep end.
Yeah. I think there's definitely a lot of people in our tribe so far who have a lot of potential to be leaders, and lots of leadership qualities. So I feel like, you know, John has good leadership quality. Maddie's been very vocal, which can be a good leadership quality. And so I think so far they've stood out to me, but that's not to say that other people don't have leadership qualities as well that I haven't seen. I think it's going to be more present when we're put under more stressful situations or under more pressure situations. I think that's when people's qualities are going to come out the most.
Yeah, and I guess, do you think this is going to be a unanimous decision on the vote?
I have no idea. I think, because, you know, when you talk to everyone, mostly they say the same thing. So you'd think it might be unanimous, but this is Survivor. Anything can happen.
So have you heard more than one name for this vote?
Yes, but I don't know how serious they are. You know, people throw out names sometimes. You don't know.
And Aiden, when you go and put that name on parchment, what are the reasons you're putting that name on the parchment? Like, what qualities are you looking for in that person that you want to go, I want that person out first?
Well, it could be a range of qualities, really. There's obviously challenges we have to think about. We need to think about the longevity of the group, because there's going to be a lot more challenges to come if we lose again. Obviously, we're going to be right back here, which no one wants. And obviously, you think, I guess, yourself, who you like, who you want to work with. Things like that, really. So there's a fair few factors that go into making a decision.
Right, well, I have no idea what's going on, but with that...
That was very confusing.
What in the world's going on?
With that, we will get to the vote. So John, we'll send you up first.
It's not personal, it's just drag.
I'm sorry, Aiden. I just couldn't swing the vote for Jay.
Jay, you actually weren't my initial target, but I've heard you throwing out my name, and that's a no-no. Oh God. I might even have an idol, and I don't know if I should play it or not.
All right, we'll go count the votes. All right, if anyone would like to play an idol, now is the time to do so. All right, we'll read the votes. First vote. Hayden. Second vote. Jay. 1 vote Aiden, 1 vote Jay. Jay. 2 votes Jay, 1 vote Aiden. Jay. 3 votes Jay, 1 vote Aiden. Aiden. Aiden, we're tied. 3 votes Jay, 3 votes Aiden. Aiden. 4 votes Aiden, 3 votes Jay, 1 vote left. Jay, we have a tie. So, in the result of the tie, Jay and Aiden, you do not need to vote. Everyone else, you can only vote for Jay or Aiden. John, we'll send you up first.
Sticking with my original vote.
I wanted this all along, so now it's time to do it.
What is going on? I didn't know anyone was voting Aiden. I thought Jay was voting for me. But Aiden was my initial target, and I'm happy to vote for him. Oh, God.
All right, we'll go count the votes. All right, we'll read the votes. First vote, Jay. Second vote, Aiden. Jay, that's 2 votes Jay, 1 vote Aiden. We're tied. 2 votes Jay, 2 votes Aiden. Jay. 3 votes Jay, 2 votes Aiden, 1 vote left. We have another tie, Aiden. Alright, so in the result of another tie, you need to come to a consensus on either Jay or Aiden. If you can't come to a consensus, Jay and Aiden will become safe, and the rest of you need to draw rocks. The person that draws the odd rock will be the person voted out. Okay, you can discuss. The floor is yours.
I don't know who's exactly voted for me, but that's okay. I'm sure you have your reasons. I'm sure they're fair enough. But all I guess I want to say is that if it is based on my challenge performance, it wasn't obviously the best in that first challenge, but I can do better and I will do better. I'm given the second chance. I really am. I like to think I am a loyal person, an honest person, and I hope that, that we can rebuild any trust that I've lost between all of us.
Yeah, look, it's the first vote. It's really difficult, but yeah, I think we've moved way past the challenge, and I'm obviously open to working with everyone in this tribe. I'm hoping that I'm not the first person to go. I think I've got like a lot to offer the tribe, and it's early days, so yeah. But it's up to you guys at the end of the day.
All right, so let's go through one by one and see if we've got consensus. So, John, who are you voting for now?
Jay.
Jay.
Eden?
Jay.
Bethany?
I don't want to go to rock, so I'm going to vote for Jay.
Anthea?
Jay.
Maddie?
Jay.
All right, Jay, unfortunately, due to group consensus.
Sorry.
Jay, you have been the first person voted out of the Currawong tribe. Jay, I did say that you were the first person voted out of the Currawong tribe, but you're not the first person voted out of this game. You do have a second chance. You'll be heading to the Swamp of Sadness to try and win yourself back into this game. The game's not over yet. Keep fighting.
What in the world is
At the moment, the tribe has spoken. Head on out. Alright, Currawong tribe, you've nearly gone to rocks on your first vote. So let this be a reminder that this game is going to be played hard, it's going to be played fast. So if you're not in the game yet, you better start getting to it now. You can head on out, we'll see you in your next challenge.
What is going on?